stop.
So a little bit more on the statistics. In the country of Belize District and Corozal are the two highest districts that have reported cases of domestic violence.
I can understand Belize because Belize is a population center. But Corozal, which is so small?
Well,
whoa.
Again, there are a lot of things there. I can make guesses about that, but I don't know. But what this statistic really bothered me. The age of women most affected by domestic abuse is age 20 to 34.
Well, I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised by that.
Clint, that's young.
Let me tell you something why I'm not surprised by that. Because I can remember vividly when I was in high school, there were women that I was aware of in high school getting physically abused by their boyfriend.
Oh, come on, man.
You know what I mean?
So, look, man.
So this from, it might sound crazy to you, but again, I remember that vividly. There were females in my high school that were getting beat up.
In high school.
And again, we just talking about the physical part of it, the things that we can actually see.
That's right.
We're not even talking about the mental stress of it.
That's right.
Or the sexual part, because that's the part that really is still on the hush-hush. That's not really talked about on a wider level.
And again, it's the same reason. You know, what happens in the household is supposedly man and woman concerns.
That needs to stop, man.
That's one thing. Another thing is a lot of times, you see, it's a two-way thing, right? Where, yes, men are predominantly the ones beating on their women.
Right.
But us women, we keep going back or staying in this situation.
And I never understood that. So what is the psyche behind that? Why does a woman who knows she's getting cheated on every day, she's getting treated like crap, and he's physically beating you up, what is the incentive for a woman to go back in that type of environment?
So there are several different factors involved here from my understanding, right? One is the fear factor.
The fear. Okay,
so the fear of leaving the man for various different reasons. One's fear of physical harm that person will, hunt them down and hurt them. There's that. Right. There's also the fear of losing, even though it's not a good situation. For some, there's a financial concern.
To me, I think that's probably one of the most dominant one is the financial part.
Right. So the man may be the breadwinner of the home.
Right. Or his status in society.
Or status.
Because that's
yes, don't sit there thinking that it's just the no good man and the man who don't have good jobs and the drunks that does this.
Your lawyers,
that's right.
Everybody.
It's everybody. So there's a status thing, right? There's also children involved, and
that's the sad part.
The same part that we might say, well, you need to get out of it for your children. A lot of women don't look at it quite that way,
right?
They look at it, well, this is the father of my child, and I kind of want to try to see if I can work this out, hope that he will change, and that type of thing, right?
That says a lot about the society we are living in today, if that's the mentality.
Clinton, one of the worst ones that I heard when I was doing research is women saying, well, what's the purpose of leaving? The next man will do the same thing.
That's sad. I mean, come on, man. If that's where we're at, if that's the level of thinking that we're at, I think this problem is way worse than I could even imagine.
Beyond the thinking, is that the level? Is what percentage of our men are beating on their women out there?
Man, we need to start at the root when it comes to this, man. Because
what is the root?
First of all, you're saying about the percentage and all that. I don't even know what the percentage is, but I know it's pretty high. Yeah. Because it's not only acceptable in the culture for a long time, because like they say in Belize, if you're not beating me, you not love me. That was the
biggest crap I've ever.
That was the perception.
But you're right. I grew up hearing that.
Yeah, the nonsense that they were spreading at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I also notice about our culture, and especially being a man, we as men were not taught or think it's ideal to empower our women. Do you understand what I'm saying? We just don't want to lose the idea. We just want to hold on to this concept in our brain that if I could only hold on to this dominance that I'm the man, then I could keep her.
That's right.
They don't understand the whole idea that if I empower her, it brings up the entire unit.
No, then we become a threat to them.
Yeah.
You understand? A powerful
'Cause a
woman,
man don't
and
wanna
I'm sorry, my Belizean men, I love my Belizean men, but a powerful woman is a threat to a lot of Belizean men.
Yeah, because they don't want to. They're gonna feel like you don't need them. You know what I mean?
We will always need them. I mean, I mean that's the reality. We will always need them.
I'm just telling you how
But
how
you're
it's,
right.
how they think.
You are absolutely right. You know, so in order for them to maintain that control, you know, or one of the things they say is, well, I'm going to teach her to respect me. Okay, newsflash.
That never worked.
It never works. The moment you put your hand on a woman, you lose all semblance of any respect. She has lost it for you.
It's old.
From that point on,
But
they're thinking of their next move.
Let me tell you something. Nah, most women don't even think like that. Most women, especially young women that are, I would say, brainwashed into accepting this way of life, once they put their hands on them, that's when the fear comes in.
So then they're subservient to the men.
Subservient to everything.
Because they're
now he has now taken over and showed physically what he's willing to do to put down, you know, let her understand the way he wants things to be.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? But for guys like that, I'll tell you this, man. I'm telling these guys this. You're not a man.
School them, baby. School them.
No, I'm serious. It's not about just schooling them or be funny, because it's not a funny situation. But any man that beats a woman like that, man, you're not a man. You're a boy.
You're a coward.
You're a boy. Don't a boy do things like that. If you are still under the mentality that you gotta beat your woman into submission, you're a boy. If you're under the impression that you don't have to work and take care of your family and come home and still want to act all dominant within the household, you're a boy. If you don't feel that it's necessary for you to contribute, whether it's mentally, physically, or financially, within your household or to your family members, you're a boy. To me, a real man takes care of his family, takes care of his kids, protect his family, protect his kids. You know what I mean? That's what a real man is. And I'll tell you this also. If more men would step in to protect their sisters, their mom, their grandmothers, their aunts, whenever one of these little boys put hands on their siblings, I think that alone will curve the trajectory of how this is going.
That's true, because the reality is...
Because these dudes don't know how to fight.
Right. That's why punks. They prey on the weaker sex,
they prey on the weaker sex. And I just wish more men, especially young men, who are listening to me right now, would fully understand what I'm saying. Don't let no man put their hands on your sister, man. Don't don't even friend these dudes that put their hands on your mom, your aunt, your grandma. That should be that should be banned from our society, man. We need to deal with these dudes accordingly. You know what I'm saying? And that should be the way how it is, because again, there's no real justification.
That's right.
For a man to have to lead to be, put hands on a woman. You know what I mean?
Well, they will try to justify it, though. You will hear it's the woman's fault. We made them do it.
That's what they need to ask for from a real man. You know what I mean? And that will balance that out, because he has to do what he had to do too.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, and for us women out there who are getting abused and living through that, or think it's okay, it's not.
No.
It's not. It's not the norm.
No.
I know there's a lot of cases of it in Belize, but it is not the norm.
No. But you know what, though? You know what people will say? It's easier said than done, you know what I mean? You're in this little, happy medium now where you don't have to deal with whatever. But no, man, Belize have to understand that this is our problem. Stop putting stuff out there like as if it's their problem and it's not your... No. That's the problem in itself. Because when I was in this situation, I wanted help and I couldn't get help. So I'm very sympathetic for people who are going through situations like this.
Right.
I want this to be a situation where it's all of our problem, where we all can come and fix this issue and get it eradicated from our society, because it's not helping us out at all. And as you notice, we have a high crime rate.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of that, and within that crime rate in itself, is based on domestic violence.
Domestic situations.
To me, one fatality is one too many when it comes to this conversation, so to speak.